I know you don't pop onto a Lamley video to find out what kind of weather I'm filming in, but when it's interesting, I'll give it to you. We're cloudy and chilly today. I think it was sunny before that, windy and cold before that, rain threatening before that. I filmed a lot of videos, haven't posted them all, but it seems like there's different weather for every time I film. Team Transport today. Super excited to show these off. These came from Wheel Collectors. Usually I show a card. I don't have it because they've modified some things. They used to be on eBay, still are on eBay. But where you want to go now to buy a set like this or a case or whatever is wheelcollectors.com. They started their own website. You want to go there, sign up for their VIP program. There's a ton of utility there. You can be... you're automatically entered for giveaways when you join the VIP program, which is free, and then you're automatically entered every time you buy something from them, which is kind of cool too. And they give away some cool stuff, gift certificates and whatnot at their store. Also, you get early notification of product and so on and so forth. That's wheelcollectors.com. So they got these from Mattel. They sent me a set so I can showcase them, and we should get right to it. Love, love, love doing the Team Transport. It's been such a popular set. There are 3 sets. The case, they actually sent me a case, so all 3 sets are in here, and there were 2 of the Silvia and the Aerolift, the HKS, which I think is logical, because I think that's going to be the most popular of these sets. I don't know if they've been seen in stores yet, but they will be, so if you want that barcode. We're going to start with this one. I don't think this is 39, 30, I don't even have it in order, but we're going to start with this one. It's the Mercedes-Benz 300 SEL 6.8 AMG and the Fleet Flyer. If I go previous cars before we open it up, it's obviously this one. It's the yellow version of the Red Pig. We've talked about the Red Pig a lot. I did a whole thing on Mercedes when I opened Deutschland Design. The second one, this was obviously Deutschland Design 2. The Red Pig was the first Mercedes-Benz AMG model, and it was a race car. So, they built the casting for the Red Pig. They did this homage. They might as well use it again, and they've clearly gone with that same AMG racing deco. Can't wait to open it. I have no idea if this yellow version is based on something. Now, a lot of people are going to say, this truck seems very blank, and it does. I don't know exactly why they just put the yellow stripe. I will tell you this. They can't put the Mercedes logo on this. There's probably some real serious... licensing complications to do this. If this were a Mercedes truck, they could, but it's not. It's an unlicensed truck, and so Mercedes doesn't want their logo on it, and that's why it looks so plain, although you feel like maybe they could have done a little yellow stripe here, because it does look like it's missing a sticker of some sort, doesn't it? So maybe you can put your own. There's Julian's artwork. The whole art team did a fantastic job, as they always do. Let's just open this up. Talked enough, right? Pull this out. Let's start with the truck. Not much to talk about. We have seen the Fleet Flyer before. I think it was one of the original trucks in Team Transport. And I think we can just finish talking about it right then and there. I'll put it right over here. But let's talk about the car. I do think this is a, what would you call it, a fantasy livery? I have no idea if it was done in this livery, but you can see they've done the same thing as they did on the Red Pig. You've got that sticker on the back with Mark Jones, who designed this, Steve Vandervaart, who did the deco, and then Jimmy Lou, who is the marketing director, and then Julian Coyles, who did the packaging. So they're all on the car. Fun for them. And this is a very, very cool version and an excellent companion piece to the Red Pig. All right. Hold everything down while the wind picks up. And let's move on to the next one. My Solari bell is on the tree right over there. That's what's making the noise. You Arizona folk probably know what a Solari bell is. And so you know I grew up just a couple of houses away from there. Now you know. All right. I've been really excited about this one. This is the 65 Ford Galaxy and the Ford C800. That's why you can put the Ford logos on this one, because it's an actual Ford truck. There is the artwork. Let's just get this thing opened right away. Big fan of the Ford Galaxy. This is, I'm going to put this down here so it doesn't blow away. That card art. This is I think I've made it clear. The Ford Galaxy is a casting I've always been a huge fan of. And I do think it's one of Junimai's more underrated castings from his time at Mattel. Here is the truck. I actually brought out, there's several Ford racing team transports and diorama sets that have been done. I pulled out this one. There's a third version that was the Rally from part of the diorama set. But that's more of that European rally style. So I brought out the two. This one actually came with the 64 Ford Galaxy. I can put that on a... So we have a 64 and a 65 now, both done in Ford Racing Deco. This is Drag Team, done with Team Transport. So we had that one. So there's that truck. Make sure I'll put this one right over here like this. And then we have this new truck with the white cab and the white detailing, but still Ford logos and some of the racing logos on the side. I really do like this truck. I like that it's a double decker, and of course you can put the two. Let's do that. Let's put the two Galaxies. Let's see if we can do this. There you go. You can put the two Galaxies on the truck. Let's talk about the Ford Galaxy. I'm going to walk through it real quick. Like I said, this is an underrated casting from Junimai. You know, he's known for his JDM, but I like pointing out some of the others he's done. Greenwood Corvette is one of my all-time favorites. E30 BMW he did. He's done several Porsches. The Galaxy's a great one, and I just think that this one, it started in vintage racing. You can see Motors on the first one in orange. There were 3 that were released in vintage racing. And when you put together the weight of this casting, I'm showing you all the premium ones, by the way. It did move to basic just a couple of years ago. It's been a super treasure hunt. But if you put together the weight of this casting and the details front and back, that classic 60s, like mid-60s silhouette, you know, you don't think of the Galaxy as much as you might some other Ford, Chevy, and Mopar products, you know, from this kind of racing era. But the Galaxy, you know, that stock car racing look that it has is so cool. And I love that they've put like the deep dish Steelies on previous versions, and we see it coming on this Team Transport. Came into RLC once. I've talked about RLC, underrated RLC cars. This kind of aqua green Galaxy 500 is fantastic, although I'm not a huge fan of the Neo wheels. But I think that one's really pretty. It was in the cool classics as well, kind of a forgotten version in this kind of Gasser-esque, you know, kind of hand-painted look, which I think is cool. Rob Mathis did that. You can see his name on there. Far Out Galaxy. And then the latest, or the last version before I get to the latest, is this Golf version that was in the 50th anniversary. Like I said, before it went to basic, where you've seen it as a regular and a super treasure hunt. So this Golf version also has those deep dish Steelies, which are cool. I think most of them have that were in premium. They've all had them. Just that's the first time it was done in chrome. So I have one that I have to open. This was the mail-in from last year. I actually went to eBay and bought this not too long ago. And I have to add it to my premium Galaxy collection, so we might as well deviate for a second and open this one up. This one is the first time, look, it has the 4 spokes on it, which is unique. May not be totally realistic to have the Japanese stretch tire 4 spokes, but is the Hot Wheels green racing livery that realistic too? So kind of cool they did it on this one. I think if it were an actual like vintage racing livery with this on it, with those wheels on it, we might be a little bit perturbed, but in this particular case, I think it looks fantastic. So that's all the premium. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this beauty is the 9th. And I don't know which one is my favorite. I really like the stock car versions from vintage racing, maybe that tan number 26. But this one in Ford Racing Deco is fantastic. In the two-tone blue and white on the sides, obviously the 427 on the hood, the pinned hood. It just looks really, really cool. The Goodyear tires is a nice touch for this casting, which I'm happy that they did. And I'm happy they're bringing the chrome in a little bit more than they used to on some of these premium castings, because this one really pops, especially when you already have those stock car versions. So I think this one is super, super cool. And I just love the Ford Galaxy, and I definitely love having this one as part of the collection. Any Ford Galaxy. All right, let's talk about the Nissan Silvia, the S15, and the Aerolift. Aerolift, a little boring, but it's the S15. It's this Silvia that is the star. Let's put it down here for just 1 second, and let's walk through the Silvias. I had to go history lesson on at least a couple. The S15 was the first. We've had the S13 done in basic. We've had the S14 done just recently, but the S15 was the OG from these Silvias that were released, at least in premium. This one was from the Forza set in entertainment several years ago. Such a buzz when that was released. And then we had the Fast and Furious, obviously. I have a soft spot for this casting. As much as I hate the deco, I really like the chrome rims on it. And I think that's a nice version. The for me at least, the white version will never be topped. This HKS comes close, but the plain white, this pearl white version with the black 6 spokes, just love it. Always will. I mean, there's just nothing about it that I don't like. A white Silvia seems so perfect, but so does Drift. And the Formula Drift version we saw on Boulevard was also a very cool version. A lot of people liked mismatched wheels on it. Was cool. Obviously, we're seeing that again. And then the last time we've seen, I think maybe I have that a little bit, or maybe Formula Drift was the last one, but we had the Fast and Furious version too. Kind of wish they had different wheels. I like the chrome GT wheels, but they seem a little small compared to the other ones, but it's still a really clean, this charcoal with the black hood. It's a really nice version. So we've had several versions, but now we have the HKS. And so personally, I love the white, but I don't know from a more general sense if this HKS can be topped. It's just so cool. Let's open it up. There's the art. I've already looked at that. I remember when I learned about this one, our friend Jimmy Lou, who loves the Nissan Silvia, loves the S15, loves HKS. He even posted about this on Instagram, how excited he was about this casting. I'm excited for Jimmy to have this done. So this did get the HKS, the truck. It's nice. Wheels look a little plasticky for me, but this really is not about the truck. It is cool that it has the Nismo and the Advan logos on it, but it's a little plain, I guess. But it's okay. It's fine. But who cares, right? This is what we care about. Check this thing out. Highlight here outside of the HKS livery is the 5 spokes. That they did the 5-spoke wheels. They obviously did the mismatched styles, but the 5 spokes look so good. It makes me want to go back and put them on all these others. And in fact, Jimmy, just released another white version with the black 5 spokes because this looks so cool. It's just a perfect wheel. Chrome lips look really cool too. You can see just all the details that have been done. Nismo Advent on the front. Headlights look fantastic. Taillights look great. But it's, the flamed HKS. What's this, Jimmy talks about on IG what this, this is based on a real car and a very iconic drift car, right? So from S15, the S15. There you go. You're going to have to tell me which one you like the best. This will be the crowd favorite. This will be the one that everyone's, the scalpers are going to pick up, whatever. That's why Mattel put 2 in there. I think as far as the full set goes, I'm going to go with the Galaxy. I just think the Galaxy set with the Ford truck. I would like to see more licensed trucks in Team Transport. I know that's a hard call, but there is a Mercedes hauler that is a no-brainer if Mattel can do for the future. But then we won't see those big plain trucks. But I like these platform haulers. I think the Ford set's the best. I think the best car is the Silvia. They're all great. This is a great mix. You guys tell me what you think. Thanks, wheel collectors. Bye.